Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I haven't posted for a couple days on this channel. Um, I do some short videos, but I like posting these because I just talk and I think it's good for me to just gather my thoughts and um, make videos. I haven't posted for an even longer time on my reading channel, and I was thinking about doing a reading soon. Maybe after this. I was probably going to take a shower after this and then and, well, I'll sleep for a couple of hours and then I'm going to go to a Korean service. I don't know, I've talked about it, but um, I'm like one of the crew, so, well, I enjoy going, so I will get there, and then at the end, there's gonna be food. And before I don't put them in my bag, I'm giving myself the reminder that I'm gonna give two of the keychains that I was thinking about not um I was going to pass on or like Depop. I feel like that is one of the terms that people use, or and also the site that people use to sell maybe their duplicates or the keychains or other things that they're not using or um, they want. So I'll give that keychain because there's two little girls there and they were interested in my keychains. So um, two of them are like that I'm actually not going to keep are like the pinkish purple ones. So I'm going to bring that today and I'm going to take it out and put that in my bag. And then I actually do have an interesting other plushie, which is kind of the opposite of what I was just talking about, but it kind of links to like the like childhood. So give me one second. So one of the keychains is the Millie keychain. Oh my god. Let me see. Because I have a couple of them. I will get some other ones in the future because I do like having them on my bag. There's certain ones that I use and other ones that I don't put on my bag. So I also wasn't filming because I had a cold and then I was coughing. So I was like, they probably don't want to hear how nasally I am. And then me just like taking or pausing the video to cough my lungs out. So it's the Baby 3 Milli Sweet Dream Lamb. And I love these keychains. I love lamb keychains specifically and lambs in general. And uh, I feel like I'm okay because I do have one with the eyes closed already, another one, and then I like the other outfits. I think I'm gonna make more outfits just so them myself. So that'll go in my bag. I'll gently put it in. And then there's another one from a series where I got the one that I wanted, and then it was interesting. I got the one that I wanted, and I got the one that I didn't. Well, I was okay with, but like the one that I wanted the least. And so I'll be giving that to them to, if I see them, but I'll keep them in my bag or in my car, and then when it's the day to go, I'll end up giving it to them. So I keep the duplicate of the Hirono on my bag right now, which I'm not uh mad that I got a duplicate, but at the same time I'm just like, um I don't always want to get a duplicate of Hirono. So I'm gonna go online next time to you could shake the box, that's what it says. And um there's a better chance of me not getting a duplicate, at least of like the two that I am one this one because I have two of them already, and then there's another one that I also have. So I feel like because I have freckles and this figure has freckles, so I thought that like it reminded me of that. So another thing, because again it was kind of the opposite, but it's like a childhood thing. I know why my parents thought I was pretty strange, and I was pretty strange. Not saying that if you like this that you're strange, but there was a couple of things that I did in childhood that were like just creepy, and it everything makes sense. And then, um, but when I was younger, I one of the things that I carried around was Ryuk, and Ryuk is like the demon from Death Note. And if you don't know this anime Death Note, so basically, um, Light finds this book, the main character, and he was thinking he would be some type of god because he would put like his own justice into the world. And I'm not going to go too much into detail about it because I don't mind spoilers, but some people don't like spoilers, which I understand. Um, so basically, I found this when I was out, and this seems like a little bit smaller than the one that I got a couple of years ago. And I would just pop this in my bag, and that would be like the stuffed toy that I would carry around. So it also has this. So I put like a quilting pin on it. They're the larger ones, and they're thicker, and they are a different shape, like a boomerang. So I'm gonna put that over here, and um, I was actually maybe I manifested it because for a while I was trying to see if I could find one. They actually did have a keychain version, which I was like thinking I wanted to get. But then when I was out, this was the only one there, and they have some Death Note things, but not as much as One Piece or other series that are a little newer to me that I haven't watched. So I picked this up and I'm pretty happy. So, um, I just associate it with the series, and I just think that, um, this is stitched on. It's just one of those things that I was really happy about. So I guess I'll put it over there. I kind of want to just do that because it's, or like maybe it could be like in the back or something, but it's fine. because it's just going to be in my room. And then, um, I do have this. This is going to be a haul of super random things. And I don't have a lot to show, but I do have a knitting project. It's been a while, but I think it there's something the colors like reignited the knitting for me. Maybe it was the knitting the colors of the yarn that I brought over, but I didn't really want to get more yarn because I had yarn, and I also there's also a different selection in the yarn stores that are here. There's not many yarn stores. Oh, I'm sorry. I think uh it got sorry. Sorry. Oh, no, never mind. So I feel like it reignited something because me because when I moved to different places, and this is like temporary, um, the the colors that I choose are different, like with the clothes, even if it's a different season, that too can influence what I wear. Or what I feel the vibe is gonna be for what I'm gonna wear because I choose what I want to wear. And then also the blue and the yellow have been a thing for me and it hasn't left. I still knit those colors together, and um, those were some of the colors that I was gifted by my Ukrainian friend, and I did show that video. Um, so I did end up picking up fabric. I'm trying not to get fabric because I do have stuff that I'm trying to sew through, and I'm gonna do another bag. At least the bag that I just did isn't for me. The next bag is gonna be for me. It's gonna be a heart-shaped bag because I've been wanting to do one. And then there's another bag that I wanted to do the rectangle shape. The other word isn't coming to me right now. So this one, it was a little surprising because when I was looking at maybe fall and winter fabrics, there weren't, well, it maybe it was their version in this area, like the desert area, but I grew up in the Northeast, so I was looking for the fall fabric in my mind of what I was thinking of, and so I did see this one, and it has um like mushrooms and a hedgehog, the foxes, multiple of what I just mentioned, flowers, more leaves, and other plants. So this is the one that I picked up. Were there was another one, but I didn't want to just build a collection that I'm not really sewing through right now. I'm starting to catch up on my projects because um, I have more time. I'm actually trying to focus more on remote work, and um, I do have presentations that I work on. I was asked if I could cover for a meeting that will be tomorrow, so I'm gonna quickly put something together, and that's okay because stuff happens, of course, and the person is also recovering. Hers is more of an emergency than my cold. So I'm gonna be preparing something. And luckily, I do have some papers that I've written, and I'm gonna reference one of them, and that'll be like the building blocks of it. So hopefully, it's gonna be a smooth process because now I'm putting the presentation together, and I'll use Canva. I feel like that's what it is. But it's an alternative to PowerPoint because it has more templates, and then a couple of Ukrainian friends were like, Adrian, do this one because you have more options. And so I've been working with it, and um, it was another thing of maybe I should stick to the familiar things right now because I do have to think of something more quickly because well, I, it's not like I start things right away, but for some presentations, but I press for time a little bit, so I think it's okay because it's a smooth process to follow. So aside from that, and I do have uh, the online teaching, and then or tutoring for English on another platform, and then um, I'm now starting a TEFL course. So I'm gonna see how I like it because there was another course that's more expensive, um, pretty acclaimed, but this for some of the countries it's either a requirement or like a preference to have at least some type of certification or the education to that's associated with the English teaching abroad. Um, then that'll take some time, and I'm trying to get through it steadily because I do want to take in the information, but also the course does have a deadline to it. And I also didn't mention my watch. I'm sorry, this is so random, but it's not an Apple Watch. But my mom gave it to me because she's like, I don't know how to work this, so you can have it. So it has a good amount of the functions. I've never had an Apple Watch, but I think the main thing is that like it connects to a good amount of things from your phone, but you can't access the like uh, internet. So I do like it for the timer and the workout function because my godbrother is letting me use his membership, and so I think that this would be nice to have. And I did reconnect it and disconnect it and reconnect it because of daylight savings because it wasn't updated at the time. So before I show my project, I I'll show two of the figurines that I haven't shown yet on my shorts. So the two figures that I got are Hachibubu, and this is like basically baby figurines in my head. And there's mainly figurines. There's some keychain series, but um, for right now, there's specific ones that I'm going for, and this one is the uh, 15th anniversary for Pop Mart. So the wand, it you put through the hands, and I did do an unboxing. I got it from this specific. Well, the person knew what the figure was, and sometimes they seal the bottom of the box. So, or maybe I don't know. They know what it is. So I got this one because this is the main one that I wanted from the celebrate the moment. It's one of the series where there's different characters, and I have quickly realized with me that I, if I want to go for specific characters and I get a character that maybe I'm not looking for, luckily the ones that I got recently haven't been like not sorry, I keep saying like haven't been the ones that I really was I wasn't looking for them, but like not in a way where I really wasn't looking for them. So the Twinkle Twinkle was one of them that I got that I absolutely did not want. And it was expensive to get. So I love the color scheme, but I don't think I'll be holding on to that one. And so I did end up getting this series before, but I did get another character, and I don't mind the character, but there was this one and the Hirono one, and there could have been like a couple that I would be okay with getting, but the Hirono one I was searching for a while on eBay to see if anybody was not going to keep it, and there was only a seller in Japan, but they upped the price so much that I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And a couple people were selling this one, and so, and then one of the girls at the Pop Mart store said that she got this one. So I was like, I'm gonna get like, especially for the series that have multiple characters, I wanna try to maybe find if there's any, well, available on eBay to get, maybe another place, but so far it's been there. And I'm really happy. I opened this outside in the backyard, so it goes in the shelving thing that I got from Daiso. And then and it took me a while to unbox it because I was putting the stand the opposite way that it was supposed to go. So then there was another series. I'm not remembering what the series was. Oh, Finding Makoko, I believe. So that was more focused on Labubu, I think, or I'm not sure. Sorry, or Makoko, Adrian. So, um, I wanted to get the Hachipupu from that series, and this one has really, well, this has also a gradient hair, but it has brighter pink. This one is a pale pink, pale soft pink, and this also comes out, and I believe this is a stand, maybe or not, but got this one. Goes with the Snuggle With Me figures that I have right now. I really wanted the puppy one and the sheep. They're, I, I think this would be that would be like the series that I focus on if I want to get a blind box, because I feel that at this point there is technically chances of getting other characters and not getting a duplicate, and they are a lot cheaper than getting the keychains. I love keychains, but when if I get too many dupes for a keychain, it's an investment. So I'm also looking for the Hirona ones, road journal. So I have three of them right now. I don't think I showed the third one. If I did, it wasn't recently, but that one was from eBay too. And I see that they have like the card and to show the other stuff that maybe when they unboxed it. So there's another one that I feel I would want to get, and the price point right now is fine because there's a couple of other ones, and I wasn't sure, at least right now, if I would get them. So there. So right now there's the rolling time machine figure, Little Voyager. So this one, and there's another one, but it is more expensive. So I'll see. And then also still working on the Why So Serious one to get two more keychains from it, and I feel like I would want to put some of those keychains on my bag because it seems fitting for this area to have the maybe circus theme type of keychains, because I love going to the circus here, and I don't know if, well, there aren't any animals in the circuses here, so at least the ones that I'm into. But I just, since I was little, I really liked going. There's this one as well, but this is more expensive, so not sure when. Sorry, my voice is getting nasally again. But I mean, at some point you can make an offer, but I don't blame them when they don't want to go past a certain point of the what the offer could be. So that'll it'll be maybe in time, but think I'm gonna get my nails done. I've been more gentle with the things that I do with my nails because so this is the length of my nails right now, like my natural nails. And then I just have like the coating and the powder on top, and it's not as like a brick as it usually is because I don't have anything else. So it is more delicate, but I go to the salon that I want to now because there's this one salon that I went to a couple years ago, and that's the one that I chose to go to again because of the longevity of the nails. So in this bag, I've had it for a while. I have the project with the gifted yarn, and so I'm finally doing this pattern, and I've been pretty consistent with working on it, so I think it's a really good sign I'm getting more into it. I still don't really want to buy yarn, but maybe the yarn that I brought from another area wasn't the vibe that I was trying to go for or the mood because of the new area that I'm in. So, and I have moved around a couple times, but and now my parents are looking at other houses, so I don't, well, they have choices of models of, so they might have a house built again, if I'm not mistaken, because they had a house built in California when they moved there, and uh, so I'll see. But I'm finally doing the Caitlin Hunter feather pattern. So let me check what the pattern is called. It begins with a K. But this is what I have so far. And I might switch to other needles or at least a cord because I just did an increase round. But I don't have as many cords for my Chow Goose. I have a lot for the Knitter's Pride. So I'll see because um, I don't, I feel like I have the cord connector for other things because I have had a couple projects on hiatus because I haven't really been working on them as much. Well, I have this one, which is Jenna Koskett pattern, and I just finished testing it for her. So, you see, this one, I dropped some stitches. And I just work on this during meetings. I think the meeting this time around because of daylight savings is going to be later, which is a little, it's definitely later because it's going by one of the, I think it's like one of the Australian time zones. So this is working bottom up. I don't really, I love the look of the plain knitting, but it's not something I prefer to do because I get bored. So it's not the pattern, it's definitely me. And I'm here right now. So this is the progress, and they're on bigger needles. Maybe this is where What size is this? This is a size 9. So they're on the bigger cord. So this wouldn't be where my cord went. Well, at least the cord connector. So I had to see where it is. I think it's on my Olympian sweater. So there's some progress. Honestly, for me, I could probably do it a little cropped, but I'm trying to make this fuller length. And then I had to recount how many I started with because I don't remember the size that I did, to be honest. So I'm I'm happy with the progress I made considering I don't like plate knitting. And you kind of see the progress now on it. Again, they're on bigger needles, but still for me. So more something that's up my alley if it's continuous color work and color work that changes up. Because for the Olympian sweater, I already knew it was gonna be like that, where there's a section of repeats, and I just finished that section of repeats, so at some point I think I'll pick it up again. But going back to the blue and yellow, and I also like the smaller projects too. This is so soft, and this is a cotton acrylic blend, and I'll use acrylic if it's blended into something else. So I thought that was fun because I do like cotton yarn. And the sweater pattern is called, get it. It's the Koivua light. So there's I had the older version, which is a thicker yarn, but I, or this one is a lighter weight because I wanted to use this yarn and I didn't really want to make my own adjustments. I just wanted to be saying going by the pattern, but I'm literally going to crop it, make it short sleeves, and then make it shorter so I wear high-waisted skirts with it. So this is a version that somebody knit up, and of course you can omit certain things. So this person didn't put the bottom part of the pattern at the hem. And then it's always fun seeing their different color combinations. There's this one too, and that's with the other parts of the pattern. So I'm super excited for this because I've been wanting to make this pattern for a long time, but I didn't know what colors I would use. I guess this is the bird that I'm gonna be with the blue and yellow. It's not the definitely not the first garment that I have done this combination with, but I thought it was fitting for the gifted yarn. So I think that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that my voice wasn't so nasally. I did notice I said like a couple of times, so sorry. maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do a reading right now, but because I was gonna try to wake up in a couple of hours and then work on my presentation. So at least I'll have this one up. Maybe I'll do it before I I don't know if I'm gonna do it before I leave because I'm already running late by the time I leave to begin with. So, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.